Got a very special guest with us today. This is Lyric, for anyone who doesn't know. Do you want to do a quick little intro?
Yeah, I will. So I'm Lyric, or many of you will know me as Doug on TikTok. I post philosophical, motivational kind of content in my car, going into different kind of metaphors, analogies in the world, and then expanding on how that would be practical to your life and how the audience can benefit from that as well. For me, I am just so fulfilled by serving my audience and serving the people who watch my videos, whether that be through promoting products that will help them, or motivating them, or giving them insights on how they can just change their lives and grow as human beings, whether that be through fitness, communication, or any kind of facet of their life. I just want to make sure people can maximize all metrics of their life ultimately.
Yeah. No, I was talking to Lyric a little earlier, and he was saying he had a little bit of imposter syndrome because, you don't think yourself as a fitness influencer, right? What do you, I guess, consider yourself to be, more towards, I guess?
It's hard to put myself in a box. You're right. I'm not a fitness influencer. I'm an influencer who does fitness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fitness is what people aren't paying attention to. They're paying attention to my words. They're paying attention to what I can provide them with my thoughts, my brain. My biggest muscle is my brain right now.
Yeah.
And for me, it's very difficult to kind of go into these brands because of that. I'm not necessarily a fitness influencer. I'm a motivational speaker.
Yeah, 100%.
and my stage is TikTok or Instagram or wherever I'm posting my stuff. And because of that, I do get a little bit of imposter syndrome when during this event, when I'm around all of these other fitness influencers whose brand is around how strong they are, how smart they are with the community, and people don't follow me for that. They don't follow me for how big I am or how strong I am or how smart I am about fitness. They follow me to feel motivated, to get insights into the world around them, and to just grow as people, not just their muscles.
Yeah, 100%. I think one of the, I guess, beautiful things about Ekko is genuinely all that stuff doesn't really matter, if that makes any sense. It's dude, we're just a group of guys, we all like to lift. That's at the end of the day what we do.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean your content has to be only around lifting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's dude, you just go in, you go lift with the guys, meet everyone. And I guess so far, how has your experience been with that? Just meeting a bunch of the guys, getting to lift, seeing the different gyms in Houston.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm a very emotional and expressive person. I'm very extroverted. I love talking, clearly. And I love talking to other people and meeting other people and getting to know other people. But when I got off the plane and landed, I just shut down. I was so quiet with everyone. I was so nervous. I was I don't belong here. It didn't matter it didn't matter my following. It didn't matter what I had. All of these people were fitness influencers and I wasn't. And because of that, I didn't know how to talk to these people. And it took probably the first day to really warm up to them and kind of get in that groove of these are just people. We're all just young guys living life. We were talking about anime. We were talking about cartoons when we were younger. We were talking about all sorts of just different things that had nothing to do with fitness at all, because at the end of the day, we're all just people who also like fitness. And we get really caught up in being the fitness influencer and putting the fitness first. But realistically, none of us are fitness first. We're people first. And that's what I kind of was getting confused on when I first got here. But after warming up, all the guys, they're so nice, they're so kind, so welcoming. And Ekkovision really does just feel like a family.
Dude, that's I try to tell people that, and it's really hard to understand until you you experience it.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, lifting takes up 2 hours of your day. The actual process of lifting, working out, 2 hours. But everything else, when you're going out to get food, you're traveling with the guys, you're talking to them, you're hanging out with them. That's the majority of your day. So it's dude, everyone else can lift or whatever, but ultimately the connections are made more than just outside the gym. Sure, the gym brings you together in the first place, but then outside of that, that's where relationships are truly formed,
Yeah.
So I guess in terms of that, when you were basically starting out with content, how would you were telling me a little earlier, just kind of your entire process, but what made content so attractive to you? What made you get into posting?
If I'm going to be honest, I love attention. I love
everyone. Yeah, not everyone does.
I love the attention on me. I love just being able to have that stage, because I feel I have so much to share with people. When I was saying, when I was younger, I was big on the Minecraft YouTube videos and trying to become get my clout from that. And then it was more a fitness niche, trying to be get clout from my muscles or what I had to provide in the realm of fitness. And then I posted one-off video of me talking about, for what the monkey considers business, the horse considers play, playing on the synonyms of monkey business and horse play and how they're kind of pretty interconnected. And it took off. So I doubled down on what worked, and I recorded more videos like that, just motivational, philosophical videos, and my account just blew up.
Yeah.
And within that, I realized I don't where I can have the most content and where I can serve the most people and where I can give people the most insights is not in the gym. Everyone does the gym. Everyone does video games. Everyone does the gym.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are doing real life. And that's what people are like, they want. When people go on the internet or social media or anything, they're looking for a few things: to be entertained, to be related to, or to learn, or be motivated, like learn/motivated. And if you can pick one of those and you can serve well to your audience in one of those, you're going to have success anyway. And I just so happen to land on the motivation/learning part of everything.
No, that's really interesting that you like started out with a bunch of different niches, like the Minecraft thing. Like I did the same thing, just like video game stuff.
I mean,
but
most
like
people did, right?
Yeah, 100%. The thing is, like, now people, I think, don't care enough to expand. They're just gonna post their own thing and like not really play around with it. So it's like, oh yeah, like, you know, that might work for some people where you're posting, looking good, whatever. But like you went through the entire process of like finding what works, and once you did, doubled down, and then like you told me you started posting in October, dude. That's like 4 or 5 months. That's insane.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. What are you at following wise now? Like almost 500,000?
I'm over 500,000 now.
Over half a million. Like that's ridiculous numbers.
In a few months. Like, and it's tough because it's like I'm still such a student of the game. I'm a rookie, and to have like a larger following than like some of these guys that I've seen on TikTok for like at least a year now. Like a lot of the other Ekko athletes have like a few 100,000, or sometimes they haven't even hit 100,000 yet. But I looked up to them so much because I saw them on my For You page, I saw them in my following page, and I was like, wow, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And now I have like sometimes double the followers of them, and I don't know what I'm doing at all.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of another kind of like feeling of being a fraud in that sense, where I'm like, wow, blowing up that quick is, it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not a businessman. I don't even feel like an influencer. I just feel like a guy on the internet who people like to listen to.
Yeah, 100%. No, I think like one of the most important things is like you're soaking in so much information, but you're also, I mean, the attention overall that you're getting, like how does that, I guess, feel? Like you're like, oh, I've been pursuing content for all this time, and now I'm basically at a place where I'm at, if not like surpassing these people that I used to look up to. Like how does that make you feel, I guess, like overall?
It's tough for sure, because the first month when I hit my first 100,000, when most people was tell me, don't let it get to your head, don't let it get to your head. It got to my head, but not in like a ego way, in a panic. I was like, because I get really weird with like uncertainty, and I didn't know like if this was gonna be my peak. I didn't know if I was just gonna be a fall off. I was gonna be like a one and done. Yeah. And then back in November when I crashed my car, I freaked out. I was putting myself in a box. I was like, I film my videos in my car. I don't have a car anymore. What do I do? And I was so nervous because I had this panic. I was focusing on the numbers way too much. The money, the clicks, the likes, the views, the following, everything. And those numbers were making me go into like an actual panic. I couldn't sleep at night. And then when I surpassed a few of the other guys on the team, I was like, okay, maybe I'll be okay. Maybe I'll be fine. And then that panic started to settle. I started to realize like I was getting DMs from people telling me how I changed their life, how I helped them get sober, how I helped them find their faith, and all of these different things. I was like, even if I don't get the views or the clicks, I've changed people's lives. Yeah. I've had people send me photos of them getting my quotes tattooed on their bodies. That's crazy. That's wild. That's all. Yeah. I mean, that's insane, but that's also awesome. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you are physically making an impact in other people's lives. Yeah. Yeah. And so then I started like, calm down on the panic. And as I've continued to grow, I've started to realize like all these other people are human. You know what I mean? All these people that I've looked up to, like Joel or Dev, these people who I could only see in my screen. And now I'm like, just having casual conversation with them. Yeah. And once I started to pass like some of the other guys and grow, I realized how much like we're all just human. We're all just people. Yeah. In my head, I always imagined these guys being 10 feet tall and like humongous, just because that's how you imagine these guys as their following grows, their physical stature and your mind grows a little bit too. But then meeting them in person and growing myself, we're all just people. And it was a crazy transition for me to go through with that too. Yeah. But I'm much more calm within it as well now. Awesome. No, I feel like, especially just coming here for the first time, even for myself, like you do put people on a pedestal, even though you don't necessarily think about it. It's like, oh wow, like how am I going to behave? How am I going to act around these guys? But everyone is legitimately just chill. Like they're just like the same interests as you. And I know you don't really like post much about lifting content. You still do, but your passion overall is still lifting. Like you're prepping for a show. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't know if a lot of people know that, but it's like, dude, you're like very, very passionate in lifting, because you don't just commit to a show out of, I just want to do it. Yeah. I committed to the show a little too early. I paid for it way early and now we're locked in. But yeah, it was, I truly do love bodybuilding. Like bodybuilding, fitness as a whole, it's my It's my passion. Like
Yeah.
it's what got me into posting. It's what got me into even like the philosophy and the motivational stuff that I post now. I learned from the gym. Like all of these, like all of my foundational beliefs that I have and that I live out, I learned from my time in the gym. I just took what I had experienced in the gym and applied it to every other metric of my life. And so the same thing that all these other people are being motivated by are what I had learned from bodybuilding, from fitness as well. So in a weird way, I still kind of am a fitness influencer, but it's being expressed through my words instead.
Yeah. No. What do you feel like? How do you feel about, I guess, everyone else in the gym, and like you see the same thing where they're just like posting the exact same content, posting. I mean, it's almost like cookie cutter in a sense where you're like, I mean, you saw Alphaland, I guess for a little bit today, but I don't know if you saw like the entire experience, but like everyone's kind of posting and like doing the same thing. If you, if you kind of like take a step back and look and you're like, oh wow, like how do I be different? I guess number one, what's your thought process about how you yourself can be different? And number two, what do you think about everyone else doing the same thing? Like, what would you say to those people?
I would say the first tip I would give anyone who wants to become a content creator is first, don't think about the money, don't think about the clicks, don't think about the views, don't think about anything. Yeah. Think about your inputs. You can't control the outputs. It's what happens with sales. You don't control how many people buy the product you go door to door knocking. You control how many doors you knock on. Yeah. That's your first thing. How many people you call, how many sales you get, how many videos you post. The quality of the content you put out is the only thing you can control. You can't control what people click on, what people like, what people do. You can only control what you post. And that's the problem. People are just posting essentially just slop. Yeah. It's all the same thing. And that leads to my second point. Think about why people go on social media. Like I said earlier, people go on social media to be entertained, to be related to, or to learn/be motivated. And when you're posting the exact same thing as everyone else, unless you're one in a million, unless you're like have like the most beautiful aesthetic physique, whether you're stupid strong, and even if you are those things, you might not get the attention you think. 100%. Because either people can't relate to you, they're not entertained, or they're not getting any insight, or they're not growing. Yeah. You have to serve your audience. When you're being a content creator, you have to create things that are going to serve the people who you want to watch. People go into this thinking that they can just post whatever, and if they post enough, it'll blow up. Yeah. And it's just not the case anymore. 100%. It might have been that back in the day. Yeah. Because it was people were in awe by it. People admired it. Yeah. But now it's a dime a dozen. Yep. And because of that, you need to become an educator. You need to become a motivator. You need to become an expert in what you're talking about. 100%. And that's another issue that people have. They'll post videos of them training, put text over top of it. Yep. Now people don't even care that you're training. They're just going to read the text and swipe. Yeah. You need to speak. You need to use your voice. You need to communicate what you believe in, what you know, so clearly that people can understand it. And that's going to be your key to social media. If you like cooking, post cooking content, post recipes, but make sure you're using your voice. Yeah. Show your personality in it. If you like the gym and you're an expert in it, post quality stuff about the gym and make it accessible for everybody, and use your voice. Don't use just text. If you like cars, whatever it be, speak. Yeah. I don't care if you have a stutter. I don't care if you slur over your words. I don't care if you choke when you're speaking. Just speak. I had a stutter when I was younger. I was not always good at communicating. I still am not that good. Sometimes my videos, which are only a minute and a half long at times, take me an hour to record because I stutter, or I'll lose my train of thought, or I'll choke. I'll literally choke because I'm speaking so fast and my brain is going faster than my mouth can. But regardless, I speak anyway. Yeah. And that's going to be the difference for anyone trying to create content. So when I go to Alphaland and I see all of these people posting the exact same thing, their Bulgarian split squats, their flexing in the mirror, their lateral raises, whatever interviews they're doing, it's all the same stuff. Yeah. And at that point, they're just going to swipe. It's just going to be another video on their For You page with 18 likes, and they're going to go on. Yeah. It doesn't change their life in any way.
I think the value that you bring versus everyone else, it's exactly that. Like, you need to provide value to your audience. Like, you don't even need to be an expert in anything. It's just like your opinion and how you relate to your person, right? I guess in my instance, whenever I first started posting content, I was in the same way. Like, I saw these videos. I'm like, dude, like, what am I watching right now? Like, this is not, and it's funny how you say back in the day as if it was like a long time ago, but like the algorithm changed. It was a few years, right? Like, the algorithm changes so fast, and then also people evolve to where it's like, okay, I saw the same content a month ago. I'm tired of it, you know? So you yourself have to be that value that people want to see versus just like some slop that maybe gets views here and there. Like, who really cares? I guess for you, what's your direction moving forward? Like, what do you want to do? What's your, I guess, end all be all goal? And like, not even for the next like 10 years, just like next year, next 2 years.
I've grown to be very comfortable with my uncertainty over the last couple of months, especially because it happened so fast. Like, I had a lot of things go happen in my life. I like crashed my car a few months into doing this, and for those who watch my videos, they know that my car is where I record everything. So that was very tough for me as well. You know what I mean? And that was my first huge thing of uncertainty. The second one was school. I'm still in college. I'm going to school for education in health education, physical education. And I have scholarships that I like am required to teach for at least a few years.
Yeah.
But if I don't teach, I just have to pay back the debt. And ultimately, the only thing that I've found that fulfills me as much as anything else is serving others. That's why I want to be a teacher. That's why I was exploring education in college, because it's a way to serve others in something that I'm passionate about. It's always about, it was serving like these high schoolers, these middle schoolers, whoever I ended up teaching. It was about serving them to help them grow. And now I can do that on such a larger scale than a classroom, than 30 kids. Now it's hundreds of thousands of people I'm able to serve with my words. So for the next few years, I have no idea. I want to grow my brand personally. I want to be able to continue to serve my audience, serve the people around me, and change lives and help people just maximize every metric of their life, emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever it be. I want to help them maximize those metrics in their life. Yeah. I also am starting to do a mentorship program right now where I'm offering people easier access to me, and I can help them with training, philosophy, communication, and just be a second hand, a second critical thinker in their life to help them, reach that next level. Yeah. And I can't promise that they will. I can't make that promise to them that they will reach that next level. But having someone who's been through the ringer and been doing all of these things and had all of these experiences, even with my young age, I would love to make more differences with these people. Yeah. So right now it's just going to continue doubling down on what works and making sure that over the next few years here, I'm doing what fulfills me, and that serves others, however that may be.
No, for sure. I would say despite your young age, you're very well spoken. You carry yourself very well. And you were telling me a little bit kind of about your past and your own support system at home. What's that like when you were first pursuing content and even still are now? What's your support system around you? I know you were talking about a little bit about your ex-girlfriend and just that situation, but also your family. When you're posting content, some of my biggest support systems have been just my friends, my family. They're like, oh yeah, go for it. But what did you go through?
That's a tough question. For a long time, I'm going to start with one thing and then shift to a different thing. First thing, I was a big proponent of the friends that aren't actively supporting your content are your number one ops.
Not liking, not reposting, stuff like that? Okay.
And vice versa. Yeah. The same, if you're not reposting your friends' content, then you're their biggest op. Yeah. But I've completely switched up on that because when people do that, when people are liking your content and reposting your stuff, they might not even like your content. They like you. They like you as a person, and they want to support you. But they're not supporting what you're doing, and that might be pushing your targeted audience away from you. Yeah. To support you, they need to be critiquing you. They need to be telling you what you could do better. They need to be telling you what works, what doesn't work. They don't need to repost all your stuff. They don't need to like all your stuff. They don't have to do that stuff. But if they really care about you, they just have to support you and give you the critique. It might be some people saying that your stuff is trash, or saying that your videos suck, or to speak up, or making fun of you even. Some of my closest friends made fun of me for posting when I first started, making fun of whatever I posted. Yeah. And I took it and I saw it as support. Yeah. They were like, your videos are so dumb. And I was like, appreciate the input. What could I fix? And I took that that criticism in a way to be constructive with me. And I know they like me. Just because they are making fun of my videos and what I'm putting out there doesn't mean they don't like me. Right. They still like me. They just thought my videos were corny at the time. So I changed. I started speaking more. I started doing more motivational stuff rather than just playing on animals or whatever I was talking about, or whatever allegory I was talking about at the time. Yeah. And that helped me grow the most. And that's why I think I am where I am now, is because I cared more about criticism than I did just plain support. Yeah. As for the people who supported me to get here, I have so many friends back home and in college who have uplifted me and supported me. And as I've grown, I've only gotten more support. And it's so awesome. My family is still confused by it. They're all a little older, so they don't really understand what's going on. But they see the paychecks, they see the impact I'm making on people, they see the influence that I'm making on people, and they love it. They think that's what people should be going for. You know what I mean? They should be all if you're not feeling fulfilled, then what are we even doing? And they think that the reach that I'm able to get to people is awesome. So as for support, it's mostly my family. My sisters are a huge one as well. Yeah. Love them to death. But it's the greatest support that I have is the people who are criticizing me, and the people who are telling me what sucks. Yep. And that's what helps me grow the most.
No, I think the ability to take criticism it's almost like a lost skill, because some people,
Yeah.
they either get offended or they're just like, oh, whatever, like you're hating. It's like, dude, like there's some truth to what
Yeah.
the criticism has. So, I mean, that's very interesting in terms of like, oh, your friends immediately talk shit and then you're like, oh, what can I fix? That's
Yeah.
like a very rare mentality.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think many people have. You were also telling me about how when you were younger and you were posting, Echo blocked you. So what happened to make Echo block you? Specifically M. Hey, M,
Yep.
I know you're watching. M, why'd you block him, man? What happened?
I'll explain. And it's my fault. I was young. I had an Instagram account called Lyric Lifting at the time, which doesn't exist anymore. But at the time, I had Lyric Lifting. And M followed me on this account right when he was starting it up. He was just starting to make the formula for the Tunnel Vision, the first ever Echo Vision pre-workout. And we were just chatting in the DMs. He was talking about sending me a free sample and whatnot, because I was getting a little bit of clout on that account. I had like a couple thousand followers. And I was young. I saw this as my first online gym friend. And I tagged him in every single post, no matter what it was, whether it related to him or it didn't. I was tagging him in every single one. And then one day he blocked me and I was like, what? No. So then for years, as I saw more TikTok shop ads on Echo Vision or whatever, or using your stuff, I would always have to the back of my mind,
He blocked me.
the owner doesn't like me.
Oh,
the CEO doesn't like
man.
me. And it was that for years. But looking back, it was totally my fault. I was young and just tagging whoever in my things, trying to get as much clout as I could on the page.
No, I mean, I'm sure you experience this like now more than ever. I'm sure you get tons of people just tag you for videos, like and it might not even relate to you, and you're just like, why am I being tagged here? You know what I mean?
I love it.
You do?
I love it. And the reason why is because I'm like a huge supporter of people tagging me and stuff. And it's very contrary to what other people, like other influencers like. I love when people are tagging me in their stuff, particularly when they're like, talking in the camera.
Trying to speak,
When they're trying to speak or they're making content, whether it be relating to my content, whether it be their own thing, whether they're speaking to the camera. I love it.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because I can go in the comment section and I can literally tell them like, yo, you need to fix your inflection. You need to fix your delivery. You need to fix your tone. There's this one guy. I followed him recently. He just hit 10,000 followers. He's a smaller creator. His name is Miles. And he posts very similar content to me into philosophy, kind of psychology kind of stuff.
Right.
And his content is amazing. His delivery is holding him back.
It's bad, yeah.
So while it can get sometimes annoying of him sending me every single video in the DMs, I watch all of them still. And I give him feedback on what he could fix every single time. And when people mention me in their stuff or tag me in their stuff, I love being able to watch it and see what people's other opinions are on certain things and help them fix their delivery, because everyone has insight. I just can see it. I can speak it. And not everyone can do that. And so I love when people tag me. Don't get me wrong. When people are tagging me in their car videos and it's just text over it, I was like, why am I even tagging on this?
Yeah,
and they're
there's
talking
nothing to
about
watch,
like they're like 4-banger truck because they know I have a truck. It's like I this doesn't apply to me at all.
Yeah.
But when people are speaking, I will watch every single one. I try, or I do my best too. I get a lot now, but I try my best to like watch as many as I can. I truly do love being tagged people's stuff.
Yeah.
It's an honor, really.
No, that's awesome. Like you very much, I don't want to compare like you two at all, but you and Michael, like Higher Up Wellness, are, in my opinion, similar in terms of mindset. It's like, hey, like you need to speak, you need to talk to the camera. And if you want my help, I'm there.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like you're young, but at the same time, you have like a different level of maturity to you where you can understand. It's like, hey, like I know what people want to see in a sense, and I know how to deliver that. Do other people see that?
Yeah. It's something I've been stuck on for a long time was authority does not come from age at all. I have met people way older than me who are way dumber than me.
Yeah.
Way more dull and not wise. And I've met people younger than me that have changed my entire outlook. Like since I'm going to school for education right now, I've been doing clinicals in middle schools, high schools, all sorts of things. And some of these kids, even while they're making their 6-7 jokes or whatever, in between those, sometimes they'll just say the most profound stuff. It'll be like 6-7 joke, super profound statement, another 6-7 joke. And I'm like, how did you just do that? And these kids are like 15, 16 years old. And they're like saying some of the most wise stuff I've ever heard in my life. Authority does not come from age, but it comes from lived experience and critical thinking skills. And I firmly believe that. And some people just can't speak it. That's why I think it's so important to just speak. Even if you can't. Some people will think about what you're saying. Like me, for example. I go into these classrooms and these kids are saying the most random stuff and in the most awful order of words. But then they say one concept, and I was like, if you could learn to deliver that concept, you could change someone's life. Like a lot of my videos have come from like small things that these kids have said to me. And then there's these old people who are saying, who knows what about whatever. And it's just
like, oh, you're in your 20s. What do you know? Something stupid.
Yeah. I have a few mentees right now who are older than me by quite a few years. And I've come to the understanding, like, lived experience and critical thinking skills are what make your wisdom. It has nothing to do with your age.
Yeah, 100%.
Nothing at all. Lived experience. If you can experience, like the more experience you can have with life, and the more you can think critically on it and apply these thoughts to everything else in your life, you will do wonders. My favorite like catchphrase / aphorism, whatever you want to call it, is like, you don't find the biggest trees in the greenhouse where they get the perfect conditions, where they have everything. You find the mightiest trees, the biggest oaks, the strongest oaks in the jungle, where they're exposed to the wind, the rain, the beating sun. They're fighting for roots under the ground. Those are the places that you're going to find the mightiest, strongest trees. And it's because of their constant exposure. When you have that exposure to things, that's where you get the might, the wisdom, that authority. Yeah. You need to be exposed to things more than you just need to have age. And I think the reason why people put authority with age is because, you know, with age comes experience.
Right.
But you can get a lot of experience in a short time depending 100%. On where you are.
No, I mean, like, you're exactly right. Like, if you're growing your account to over 500,000 followers in, like, let's say 4 months, right?
Yeah.
And if everyone else is waiting for those perfect greenhouse conditions, oh, I need the perfect camera setup, I need the perfect lighting, I need the my own camera in the gym. It's like, dude, you're never getting anywhere because you're not doing anything. Yeah. Like, you have to do one thing. Like, maybe set up a thing where you talk to the camera one time. Set up like something to where you're improving yourself. Like, I'm sure you didn't get good at speaking just like from your first video. Like,
if you watch back my old videos, even from like early November, I was not nearly that confident talking in front of a camera at all. I couldn't do it. And I had weird pauses in my inflection. My delivery was just awful. And you could tell like I was a little more shy behind the camera. I was talking a little softer. Now in my videos, I'm like shouting. I'm like shouting at the people watching. And people tell me, quit yelling. I can't. But people watch back my old videos and my confidence has grown like exponentially every video. Just talk. Everything that you think you get, everything that you think you need to start is what you get by starting. It's how it is for everything. Yeah. Every single thing you think is a prerequisite to starting is what you get as the reward of starting. Yep. You get better at speaking when you start. You get better at lifting when you start. If you waited for 20-inch biceps before you got in the gym, you're never getting 20-inch biceps. Yeah. You get 20-inch biceps from going to the gym, not from beforehand.
No, the result chasing is what I think a lot of people get. Like, I mean, it's the same quote where it's like, hey, the person who enjoys the journey more is going to get further than the person that wants the destination, right? Yeah. So it's, what, I guess in regards to lifting, what's your kind of goal? Do you want to pursue bodybuilding in like some way where you take maybe gear, not stay natural? Like, what's your kind of mindset on that?
I'm going to say this. As of right now, the next show I'm competing in 8 weeks is a natural show. Yeah. As of right now, who knows what holds the future? Yeah, in the future? Because it's definitely been a thought. I had told myself I was going to wait until I was 21. I turned 21 a few weeks ago. And then that's when the decision of enhancements or going to that next level became much more real in my eyes. Yeah. My whole life, I've had this morbid fascination with maximizing metrics of my life. I do well in school because of it. I do well in the gym because of it. Social media. Everything that I do is within the goal of just constant pursuit of growth. Even if I never earned an IFBB Pro card, I just have this morbid curiosity of how big can I get? How strong can I get? How like freaky can I make my body? Yeah. And for a long time, it was like, how freaky can I make my body naturally? I don't think I have that limitation anymore. I think it's not that drive. Like I would do it naturally, but I don't think I'm so caught up with the natural card anymore. Okay. As I was. Yeah. So will I get on enhancements? Who's to say? It's definitely something that's in my consideration post show, but I will be at least for the next like 10 weeks or so. Okay. After that, I don't know. Now there's do you want to get like freaky? Like there's levels to this, you know what I mean? Like, there's levels to this. There's Dorian Yates. There's people who get like huge. I mean, even just you look at Jacob. Yeah. You look at Jacob or Kyle or any of these guys who are even on the Echo team. It's ridiculous. I would love to just get as big as I think that's Nate in them. I would love to get as big as I can. And okay. I would love to get as big as I can without risking too much of my health. Yep. Because I'm going to school to be a health educator. So I want to make it as healthy as I can, but there's inherent risk. There's always going to be inherent risk, exactly. And that's why I'm not making the decision off the rip. It's just, as okay as I've come with uncertainty within my social media stuff right now, with school, with everything, the same thing applies to bodybuilding right now. I'm going to compete in this show. I'm probably going to take a long off season to grow, try to do it right this time and get as huge as I can. And if that includes enhancements, then so be it.
That'd be exciting.
It's where it takes me. You know what I mean?
But you, like, I guess, how open would you be? There's I mean, I don't want to say it's a trend, but it's trending where, like, people are very open about what they take. And I think that there's always going to be inherent risk of taking it, but, like, it's not encouragement, but people who are more open about it than others, like, other people will follow suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially with the reach that you have, like, I guess, what's your mentality in terms of how open you're going to be?
I love to be transparent. I really do. I absolutely love to be my authentic self for my account, for my audience, for everyone watching. I want to be me. People follow me for my words and my voice, but some people follow me for me. And I want to make sure that they are seeing the true authentic version of Lyric or Doug or whatever name they know. I don't think I'd ever tell them what I'm running exactly.
Yeah.
Because I get DMs from people being like, hey, I'm 15. I want to start going to the gym. You're 15? If I tell you what I'm running, you're suddenly going to be asking me where to get it. I don't want to do that. However, I will be very transparent about the first day a needle or an oral goes into my mouth. Like for example, like I started nicotine for my bodybuilding show, and I told everyone that. Like I'm not hiding that. It's a nootropic. It's very helpful for curbing cravings, but it's not healthy, and it's not something I'm going to do long term at all. But I use it. I'm transparent about it, and I'm telling people why I'm using it as well.
Yeah.
People aren't just asking about it. But I'm not going to ever encourage it to like a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't want to. That's why like I'm not talking about it on my story. I'm talking about people here, people who ask like how I curb my cravings.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't want to ever promote something that I don't believe will, enhance the quality of life for other people. I do what works for me, not for them.
Yeah. Man, I don't know what the direction is now. It seems like everyone is more, I guess, willing to like hop on enhancements. In the past, it was almost like stigmatized. It's like, dude, like if you know what I mean? I think everyone is more open to that now as well. I guess, what's your opinion on the current, like, this is a big, I guess, like, jump, but in the current state of bodybuilding, where it's like, hey, everyone, I mean, they're more open to saying that they're on gear, right? They're more willing to, because you're not going to lose sponsorships over now, like, versus what you did in the day. But I don't think that they're caring as much in terms of like their health. Like, they're just going to push it just for the sake of like a pro card. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, I sacrificed 10, 20, 30 years of my life, but I'm getting a pro card. Like, I think, in my opinion, it's a little dangerous. It's like, okay, yes, like in the pursuit of greatness, of course, but there's a lot of risk behind that, I think, as well.
In my opinion, it's a piece of paper. When you go get your IFBB pro card, that is a piece of paper.
Yeah.
When you get that little card that has like, you qualified for the Olympia, that's a piece of paper. You are taking years off your life for a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And trust me, I get the desire to have that, but for me personally, the reason why I would ever hop on enhancements is not for the piece of paper, not for the card, not for any of that, not to go to the Olympia, simply to see what I can do.
Right.
And I think that's what people are missing, because what happens when you get the card? Oh, I have the card. It's hung up in my wall. I can look at it every now and then. I'm going to die at 60. And that's morbid to say, but it's the truth. A lot of these people are blasting so hard, and it sucks. And it hurts my heart to say that. Like, people make jokes about it. Like, when people are like taking guesses on when people are going to pass away. Yeah. Like, people do that with like all sorts of creators. Like, oh, you're taking this much, but he's going to die at 30. It's like, screw you for saying that, first of all, but you are saying things that like have some truth to it. There's a reason why you're saying it. It's a terrible way to make jokes about it, but it is there's a lot of truth behind that. And because it's so outcome based, because it's so goal oriented with an end point, that's scary. Yeah. Because once you hit that goal, then what? You don't know how you're going to feel after you hit that goal. And it's the same thing with social media. You have these goals. I want to make like get this many likes. I want to get this many followers. I want to make this much money. What happens when you hit it? Then what? What happens if you don't hit it? What happens if, back to bodybuilding here, you take years and years and years off your life doing the most like inordinate amount of enhancements, and your organs are enlarged, like you can never sleep with a CPAP machine. You can only sleep with a CPAP machine for the rest of your life. Yeah. And you never get it. Then what? Because that happens to a lot more people. Right. We see the people who succeed. We don't see the people who don't. I've lost every bodybuilding show I've competed in, but I don't go to those shows just to win. Obviously, I want to win, but the goal is to get on stage.
Right.
But then the goal after that is to grow. It's
Yeah.
always to grow. People put too much effort on their tangible goals, and that's what's dangerous. More than the enhancements, what's the dangerous part about the enhancements is their goals having a top, having a peak. Because once they hit them out, you don't know where you're going to be mentally. Same thing with social media, same thing with bodybuilding, same thing with whatever you're doing. The moment you set an upper limit of what you want to be, whether that be the IFBB, whether that be the Olympia, whether that be whatever, you're going to put a limit to yourself. And then everything you've sacrificed to be there might feel like for nothing. You don't know how you're going to feel once you hit that goal.
100%. And these are lifelong decisions.
Yeah.
Like if you're, 15, 16, like younger age, and you're saying, I want to be in the Olympia stage right now. I hop on gear by the time I'm 17, 18. It's like, one, that's a lifelong decision that you don't know how you feel 2 years from now, a year from now. Like, you know what I mean? And these are like, I see it, especially from my end, from these kids who like see Ekko and they're like, I want to be sponsored. I want to do all this. I want to hop on gear. I'm like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do all these things in order to just like, even, I guess, like work with us and even like get to know people on the team, like athletes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, it like hurts because I'm like, dude, like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
and then I don't know how
breaks my
long.
heart.
Yeah.
And especially with the people like trying to get to being on the Ekkovision team, being with whatever supplement they care about, whatever clothing brand they care about, wanting to get sponsored. Instead of trying to get sponsored, be someone who gets sponsored.
Right.
Instead of wanting the pro card, be someone who deserves the pro card. That's what's going to get you it. I don't post fitness content. I don't. I post on my story every now and then, and I'm thinking about posting a little more videos of actual fitness content just because, I do have fun in the gym. It's part of me.
Right.
However, I got sponsored here because of the insight that it provided people. I didn't start posting with the pursuit of a sponsorship. I didn't start posting with the pursuit of 500,000 followers, with like millions of likes, with the money. I started posting to serve people. I started posting to help and inspire and get better at speaking and to post for the sake of posting.
Yeah.
And that's what people are missing. Like, obviously it's awesome to have those goals of being sponsored by your favorite company.
Yeah.
But instead of doing that, maybe perceive it as, I want to be someone who is worthy of that sponsorship. And that's another thing. People are identifying themselves with what they want rather than where they're at as well. Like, saying I want to be the creator who can get sponsored is so much better than I want to be sponsored.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You have to identify with your goals more than just having the goals.
Yeah.
I want to be the bodybuilder who gets the IFBB Pro card. I don't want an IFBB Pro card kind of thing. I don't know. I think it's important to remember that all of your goals are about who you are, not what you get.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it should not be outcome based, like you're saying. Like,
Absolutely.
Like at the beginning of my fitness journey, like during the, I guess, like the golden era of fitness, when it was like David Lay, like all the original guys, like you look up to them. You're like, I think every single person who went out, like worked out at the gym, wanted to be David Lay, wanted to be sponsored by Gymshark, wanted to get all these things. And it's like, it's hard. Like, do you know how hard it is to get like sponsored by like a company in the first place? So it's like, what happens when you don't get that? You just feel like crushed. It's like, dude, you should be developing yourself along the journey and then reevaluate who you are. I think it's it's just like starting to post fitness content. It's like, I will be sponsored by Ekkovision. It's like, okay, I see what you're doing, but at the same time, I feel like that mindset is not what you should be thinking about.
I agree, because like we were talking about in the car on the way here, a lot of what companies do, or a lot of what people think a sponsorship is like that ownership. You're building your account around a brand. You want to be the brand. You want yourself to be the brand, and then you partner with a company. You partner with them. But when you're starting your account with being sponsored by Gymshark, Ekkovision, any of these brands,
Any brand, yep.
When you're building your account around that goal, you're just going to be just another seller.
Yeah.
But you're not a seller. You're not an extension of the brand. You are yourself, and you are partnered with the brand. And that's what's going to get you closer to any sponsorship, because you are building your own brand that you can partner with them more than you would want to just be another salesman.
Yeah. I think this goes for every brand. I mean, Ekko included. It's like the person that brings the most value is going to be the most like sought after. So like that doesn't mean you might sell a ton. You might be very, I don't know, like very gifted in sales. Who cares? It's the actual ability to, I guess, relate to our audience and then relate to your own. Because again, it's a double, I guess it's a double partnership. It's like, hey, like we help you, you help us.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get sponsored. This is my end all be all goal. And then I think even then people have like this misconception in their head. It's like, once I get sponsored, I made it. You are so far from making it in social media by just being sponsored by 1, 2, 3, 4 unlimited brands. It's you bring the most value.
Yeah.
So I think like, I mean, especially you, since you're again like so new to the scene, once you pick up these these multiple sponsorships and like multiple brand offers, you'll come to understand it's like, oh wow, like I'm so much more than just like these brands. Like you yourself again are the brand.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking about a lot recently, because I've been very picky about with who I support.
I think you only work with, is it one person, right? Or two people right now?
I work with you and Jimpin right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's I'm so picky about it, because my integrity is the most important thing about it. Like I said, my goal is to serve my audience. It always has been. And I was having some like conflicting thoughts about TikTok shop ads even at the beginning, because I didn't want to be seen like a sellout.
Yeah.
Now I don't care so much, because it's like whatever. I'm literally promoting products that I enjoy. Like it's things that I personally use. I would promote for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because of how picky I am, I feel like I'm able to uphold my integrity as is.
Yeah.
I'm not working with 200 follower random clothing brand. I'm picking things I actually use, things I actually support, and things that I would actually support personally and for free. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's important. It's not about the brand deals. And here's the thing. People think that if they get a brand deal or they sign with a company that they've made it. A lot of the times that won't even pay your bills.
No,
it won't
not
even pay your
be
bills.
Close. Yeah,
like you think like you sign with a company and suddenly you're living in a mansion. No, you're not. Like you have to, like the thing about social media in particular is you have to have so many different streams of income, because what happens when one tower falls?
Right.
We've had threats of TikTok shutdowns like 3 times.
100%.
What would happen to all of those people who are exclusively on TikTok, who don't have a coaching business in the background, who are thriving off of TikTok Shop and the Creator Rewards Fund? I'm thriving off TikTok Shop and Creator Rewards Fund right now. If TikTok goes down, I'm going to McDonald's, bro. Like, I'm cooked. You know what I mean?
Job application time.
Yeah.
No, 100%. It's like, dude, social media, again, it's a double-edged sword, but at the same time, you can mitigate all the risk by just being smart. Like, diversify yourself. Make sure you bring value to, like, more than just, like, a brand. Bring value to yourself, your audience. Like, you guys know, like, in general, what you want to watch. Like, if I'm on TikTok, and trust me, I watch a lot of TikTok, right? Like, I know what I want to watch, like, and what I'm here for. And, like, dude, I think every single video that comes on my For You page of you, I sit through just because I know you're, like, whatever you're saying is, one, delivered well. And, like, I'm, like, getting something from it. Like, the way you speak is, like I hear it echoing in my brain right now. I can hear how you're talking in your car. And I'm like, dude, like, I sit through all this. And I'm like, dude, like, this is something I want to watch. And I think people need to get it. It's like, I might want to watch myself. Do other people want to watch me? You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a formula to it. Catchy little hook here. Let me cook. Expand upon it. Right. And that's it.
Yeah.
And they go from there. When they hear that, let me cook, they're locked in. I'm locked in when I hear it. Like, I watch it back, like, oh, whoever this guy is, he's got to spin. And it's me. Yep. But yeah, that's like my biggest thing. When I think about social media and what I want to watch from a consumer's perspective, it's always just whatever I can grow from. It's like I either want to be entertained, relatable, or I want to learn something or grow. And if you can't accomplish one of those things, perhaps content creation isn't for you. Yeah. Because you have to be able to fulfill one of those 3 things of the people who are watching you. You have to be able to serve your audience in one of those 3 things. Right. We are ultimately servants in the way of our audience is who we are serving. And if you don't feel fulfilled from that and you just want the clout and the numbers, you're not going to be cut out for content. Yeah. At least not in the long term as well. Yeah. Like you want to make this last like a long time. And ultimately, like service to others is going to get you so much farther than anything else. Like one of my favorite quotes is, if you help your friend climb the mountain, you both stand at the summit, because you had to climb the mountain with them. So you're there at the top. You know what I mean? Ultimately, if you serve the people around you, if you serve others, you will make it, because people value what you say. People value what you're putting out. People value what you're doing for them, that you will be rewarded in return in some way, and you will stand at the peak. Yeah. No, I think content creation in terms of just like overall, like people like to say that there's oversaturation, there's too many people. It's like there's 8 billion people in the world. Like every single person has a different experience, a different story that anybody else wants to listen to. Like just because you're posting the same niche, or if you're not, like if you're a fitness creator, if you're not, people still wanted to hear what you have to offer. Yeah. And it's just, again, like I think now is one of the best times, if not the greatest time for you to start content. Like there has been no other time in human history where like this many people are on a platform watching other people. And it's, dude, like you build actual connections from it. It's not just like a person on a screen, like you said, you see them, and then you're here and you're meeting, you're like, oh, wow, like this dude is someone that I'd be friends with. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's very cool. It's so awesome. And I think the most fulfilling part about content that I think most people would be fulfilled from when exploring content or posting it for themselves is like the DMs you get from people. Wow, you have inspired me. You have impacted my life. You have changed the trajectory of my life. You saved my life. Or like, these are things people have told me. I've cried reading DMs before. I wrote down notes of like my followers and like just went through and prayed for each and every one of them just because it was bringing tears to my eyes.
It's real humans. They're real people. Yeah.
And that's what people like forget. Like when you see these creators, when they have 2 million followers, 500,000 followers, however many followers they have, those are hundreds of thousands of real people who are being impacted, inspired, educated, growing, or entertained, whatever, from your audience, from your videos, from what you're doing. Your audience are real people who are inspiring you.
Yeah.
When people say they're stuck in 200 view jail, you want to room with 200 people.
No,
it's scary.
It's a lot of people.
It's scary.
Yeah.
And that's 200 people that you have impacted. You have changed the trajectory of their life, even if it's just by a little bit. You have, and I think it's just so powerful. That's the most fulfilling part about content. People like people would have killed to have the opportunity to speak in front of hundreds of thousands of people back in the day. Imagine what philosophers would love to talk to, like Aristotle, Socrates. They would have loved to have these platforms to just spew their knowledge to the entire world. And we are so blessed to have that opportunity, and be foolish to not capitalize on as much as we can.
I agree. I think like we've had people on the team, like myself, I've talked to these guys and they're, like they had an idea of like what they wanted to do in life. Like they had a job they wanted to work with, they went to college, all this stuff. And ultimately they just pursued content over that because I think that is, again, like one of the most fulfilling ways to like actually live your life. It's like, dude, your impact on these platforms is huge. So I guess for you, we were talking about it a little bit earlier, but in terms of content creation, would you pursue it full-time, number one, over like all other, I guess, possibilities that you have going on right now? And then number two, do you see yourself being, I guess, like an online presence for a long, long time? Because I know some people, they want to see the clout and then they're gone forever, like some private island, So I guess, what do you want to do?
It's funny you say that. In high school, my buddy Nolan, he was like the most TikTok famous guy at our high school.
Really?
He privated his account, never posted again. He was done with it.
Yeah.
Like he had a couple 100,000 followers. He was pretty huge, and then he was like, I'm sick of it.
I'm gone.
And
yeah.
He's done. If content for me became a stable, feasible income, however that may look for me, I would never work in a school. I would never do anything. I would love to just spend my time fulfilling and serving other people. Like that would fulfill my heart so much, and I would be so happy just to serve the people around me. And as for doing it long term, I think as I grow, like I said earlier, the mightiest trees aren't found in the greenhouse; they're found where they're exposed. As I grow, I'm going to grow wiser too, and I will be able to serve them better and better as I have these more experiences. Just from this trip alone, I have several TikTok ideas of sit down in my car and talk about how like these people aren't 10 feet tall. You know what I mean? Like that can be you, and like. Even just this trip, I've gained so much new experience that I've never had before. And these experiences are going to shape how I move forward with my life, how I can help other people, how I can make different videos to impact other people. And as I grow in this, I'm going to have more experiences, and I'm going to be saying yes to every opportunity I can when it comes to getting these experiences, because it makes me able to impact other people. Yeah. And I think that as I grow as a person and as a creator, I'm going to be impacting people better as well. I would love to do this for the rest of my life if I could. Yeah. And it makes me so happy that I even have the opportunity to do it to begin with.
That's awesome. No, I think like genuinely, there are some people that could do this for the rest of their life. I think you are one of them. Like I genuinely think that whatever you have to say, like however you want to deliver it, whenever you want to deliver it, there's always going to be people that want to listen, which is, I mean, that's the hardest part, right? How can I get people to listen? So I think we're out of time though, with that being said, but I guess number one, how was your trip so far, just overall? And then would you come back? That's what I gotta say.
Houston has been a blessing. It's in the middle of the cold right now, but even so, it's warmer than Michigan. The people here, amazing. The gyms here, amazing. The atmosphere, everyone just feels so uplifting and welcoming. And Ekkovision just made me feel at home, like pretty much immediately. I was a little nervous at the beginning, but made me feel so welcome. And it really just opened my eyes to the opportunity of how I can impact other people and the reach that I can have. If I would come back, absolutely. Of course I would. If I can come back, as much as I learned I hate planes, I would love to come back.
Awesome. All right, guys, a little insight. If you guys, watching this ever get flown out one day, hopefully you get a little something from this. But if not, I mean, a lot of valuable stuff. Like this dude, crazy. Like I've never seen it before. Like 4 months, like 500,000 plus followers. It's like crazy, unheard of. But dude, more than not, like awesome talking to you, bro.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
Peace, peace, peace.